Hi, Lisa Donner here for Liberty Nation with Nathan Steelwater, and we're talking today about the situation in Venezuela. If you haven't heard the Uprising podcast on libertynation.com, you can also hear Nathan there. But I thought our viewers and our readers might be interested in what's going on there. Last weekend, they had elections. Nathan, can you give us a little bit about what happened there in Venezuela?
So what happened last weekend, the elections were an election for a constituent assembly. Now, according to the Venezuelan constitution, this is an electoral body that can basically rewrite that constitution. We actually saw the same thing under Hugo Chavez. Now, this election was widely unpopular. The opposition held a referendum to see whether or not people actually wanted this vote, and the turnout to say no was larger than the turnout of those that actually voted. So what that tells you is that people don't want this thing to happen. And there were mass protests, which unfortunately turned violent in several cities across Venezuela. One most notably was in Caracas. There was a bomb that went off, injured several police officers. Throughout the whole weekend of protests, about a dozen people were killed. And then the day after the elections, two opposition leaders who were under house arrest were dragged from their homes in the middle of the night by Maduro goons and thrown back into prison.
Meantime, the economic situation in Venezuela is degrading rapidly. It is the poster child for what not to do with an economy. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
So the economic situation in Venezuela actually can't get much worse. The current inflation rate is about 740%, which is the world's highest. It topped out at 800% last year, so forward progress, I guess. But the big issue that we're facing here is that the Venezuelan people can't afford to buy food. They can't afford to buy medicine. The grocery stores are empty. The people who provide the food can't afford to do it because of the state regulations on price controls. They can't afford to provide for the people. And what they do provide, the people can't afford because the Venezuelan bolivar is worthless. So what you're seeing is a country in an economic death spiral.
Do you predict a civil war in Venezuela?
If anything's going to happen, I think it would be a coup and not an all-out civil war. Military coups are actually something that's fairly common for Venezuela's history. It's what removed the repressive dictator they had in the 50s and started them on to the period of socialism. It's what Hugo Chavez tried before winning his election. So coups are not uncommon to Venezuela. So I think, if anything, that's the direction they'll probably go.
Lisa Donner here with Nathan Steelwater on libertynation.com and LNTV.